Today I'm gonna do the spring deep clean of my kitchen. It is one of the most used areas in your home and it does take the most time and attention, but I'm going to show you hopefully a few steps that are gonna make it a little easier and faster for you to get done for all of your deep cleaning projects in the kitchen. If you look at my kitchen right now, it looks perfectly clean. If I were to zoom in, I could show you everywhere that's not, plus my kitchen is tidied. Step one, tidy first. Don't get in there and have to do a regular clean and a deep clean all at the same time. You're just adding more work to yourself and taking more time. Don't do that. Since mine is already tidy, as you can see, and to your eye, it does look completely clean. It is not. I start with the appliances. That way anything that has to sit in them can get to working, like the oven cleaner or getting the dishwasher going with its little pod. I'll show you that in a minute. And then everything else I work top down. Before I put on some music and just start cranking through all this, I am gonna show you a few things. My clock right here says 10:40, so right around 10:45 is when I'll be getting started, and I'm just going to plow straight through. That way you guys will see how long it takes. But right now I'm gonna show you just the little bitty areas that you couldn't see, and that's part of my deep clean. My sink is disgusting. This is not like a spring clean item. I clean my sink all the time, but I'm going to be giving it a thorough clean and do some extra stuff for like rust marks, possibly cleaning around the base of the faucet. The dishwasher needs some love. The filter down there, I actually do after I do the cleaning cycle. That way the whole thing is done. I've used a bunch of different dishwasher cleaners. A-Fresh is great. I've just a bunch of them. This one is from the Dollar Tree, I believe is where I got this. I'm just gonna use this one because it's what I have on hand, but use, as I drop it, use anything that you have. And if you don't wanna buy one of these, all you gotta do is get a glass bowl and wedge it in your rack so that way it's not gonna move. Put white vinegar about halfway up the bowl and run a normal cycle, and it works the same way. Mine says 1 tab in the detergent, and you can put a second one if there's heavy buildup. You could put another one in the bottom. Since I'm doing a spring deep clean, I'm going 2. Same tabs, both opened at the same time, but yet one is a hard block and one I can squish and break apart. I don't know what's going on there. Your detergent spot. Put 1 if that's what it says to do. And I got the second one. Just putting down in the bottom. Down there like that. I'm just going to run a normal cycle, no heat. By no heat, I mean no dry. You don't need it to dry. The oven, no, you do not have to use a product like this one. I use it just because it makes my life a little bit easier. There's a bunch of brands. I've even used the name brand, Walmart brand. It works just fine, but I do try to get like a fume-free one because they can be very strong, and this does need to sit inside the oven for a while. My oven never used to get bad because I had an oven liner in there, and then it caught, like it didn't catch fire, but it had stuff on it, and the stuff on it caught fire, and it was a big story, but we got rid of it, and I haven't bought a new one yet. But before you spray any of that, any pieces like that down there, you need to clean that out first. If you don't want to use a cleaner like this, you can make a paste out of baking soda and Dawn. Make a little bit of it, scrub it all into it, and let that sit. You can do that too. You can use like that Power Paste stuff from Scrub Daddy. There's a lot of things you can use if you don't want this. I actually really enjoy spring cleaning and deep cleaning in general. Most of my everyday cleaning is more on the speed side, or I've got help from Connor and the kids, and we're just trying to get it done. That way our house is clean, sanitized, whatever, and we can get back to doing whatever it is that we're doing. But when I have a deep cleaning project like this one, doing every little piece of my kitchen, I actually enjoy it because I know that, yeah, in the moment it's gonna suck, it's gonna be tedious, it's gonna take me a long time, but the end result is going to feel amazing. And truly that is what happened. As soon as I got it all done, at the end of this video, you'll see the end result. And I just felt so satisfied. And even when I woke up this morning and got to come out to that cleaned up kitchen, it just still felt so wonderful to know that there's not that little splatter behind my stove anymore, or the mess down in the groove, that my dishwasher was thoroughly cleaned out, ready to go, and not gonna have any more gunk residue sitting there on my dishes. These white plates that sit up on top of my cabinet, those haven't been cleaned since it was either fall or maybe even last spring. I left them up there because I don't think I switched those out this fall or Christmas, which, by the way, those plates have been up there since I moved in, and we bought this house right at the 2 weeks before Christmas of 2019. So if you guys can think of any other way to organize, not even organized, decorate up on top of those cabinets, please let me know, because this has just been what it's been since our housewarming party. What I'm gonna do in the kitchen is start, like you saw, everything from the top down, the lights, the vent, any of the walls. I will dust the cabinets before I even go into cleaning them with any kind of liquid, because then otherwise the dust is gonna stick and make more work. This is the top of my microwave. If you haven't cleaned that, just look at how absolutely disgusting it is. It's all that grease and stuff. And then on the top of the cabinet, what you saw me doing, I put paper towels up there and just leave them laying there, or you can even do it with newspaper, and all the grease and stuff that heads up on top of that, and the dust, bugs, anything. There was like a bee or wasp or something on mine dead up there. And that's what I took down and balled up, and I put fresh ones up there. It felt absolutely wonderful to put the new ones up there, and the other ones get kind of crusty and nasty. And if you hear in the voiceover with me, that's Weasley. He's playing and running. He's got the zoomies, so I do apologize, but that's the cat. And the cleaner that I'm using on these white plates, it is a Dawn Degreaser Professional Grade. I found it at Lowe's a long time ago. The bottle just now ended, and I think I've had it for like 2.5, 3 years, something like that. But either way, it is fantastic stuff. It's not very asthma friendly. It does have a very strong scent, but it works wonders. I clean cabinets a whole bunch of different ways. Whatever cleaners you like to use on it, do that. I typically even mop them, and I didn't want to do that this time. I wanted to really get in there and scrub each little nook and cranny. That's why I didn't mop. This is the inside of my microwave. It is horrible. This is not typically a spring cleaning item in my home because I have to do it a little more frequently than most. I just take a glass bowl, put some water in it, put some white vinegar. If you don't like the smell of white vinegar, add some lemon to it as well, and it will cut that. But put in your microwave for about 4 minutes. While that's doing its thing, I'm gonna take everything off of these counters so I can go ahead and spray them down. I'm gonna use that same cleaner that I was using on the cabinets. I'm just gonna use it on the countertop because it is antibacterial. It does a fantastic job. It doesn't leave like a sticky residue or anything like that, but I will leave it on the counter for a while. This, I'm just showing you the clean rag I'm going to be using in the microwave. If you've never cleaned a microwave this way, it is just crazy how fast it truly works. Instead of getting in there and having to use any kind of elbow grease, none required. You just use the steam that the vinegar made, and look how easy that door wipes off. If you can see the clock, it took me, I think, 2.5 minutes to do the door and the inside of the microwave, and you saw how bad it was. But 0 elbow grease whatsoever to get the entire microwave done. That mark on the back wall actually will not come off. It is a scorch mark. I'll live, I think, like 6 months living into this house. My daughter Brianna tried to make some hot cocoa, and it was a glass that shouldn't have gone in there, and it, caused a little fire. That will never come off, but that's also a memory that I get to keep. Is it a blemish on my microwave? Yes, but it is something that I will never forget. And just look at how beautiful it is. And to clean the tray, you can either wash it just with Dawn and a little scrubber. For me, I like to take that hot vinegar water and pour it on it and either use a scrub brush or a kitchen razor. Those things are fantastic. If you don't have one, you are seriously missing out because I use it a lot in this video, on the counters, in the oven, on this tray, everywhere. That little kitchen scraper, it has a metal side and a plastic scraper side in case you're afraid of damage. It's great. I'll put it in the description box down below. It's on Amazon. It's like $5. It's crazy. But look at how clean the microwave tray is. And again, no elbow grease required. This is what I like to do. I like to share cleaning tips, tricks, hacks, anything to make it easier, faster. These little things right here, be careful when you take them off. I've dropped them behind the oven before and had to fish them out. It was a nightmare. But take those off from underneath your microwave and put them in your sink with some power wash or just normal Dawn, whatever you want to do. And that will cut the grease on those and let it sit there for a little while you move further down your cabinets. This is just me wiping off the hot vinegar water and crap that fell out of the microwave as I'm working my way down. But I'm gonna keep doing this all the way down, top to bottom. If you're new and you haven't heard me say that, that is the best way to clean because like everything that was in that microwave, I just pushed it all the way down to the floor. And if I had already done my floors, I wasted my time having to do them again. Earlier I mentioned spraying the counters. I'm spraying the walls and everything. The walls, I'm going to go ahead and wipe them down. I'm not trying to get the antibacterial effect of this sitting on the countertop. That's why you see me going ahead and doing the walls, but the counter will still sit there for at least the 10 minutes that the bottle says to get the disinfecting properties. Moving on to the glass top, I love the Scrub Daddy Power Paste. This stuff is amazing. It is a tiny bit abrasive, but I'm not too worried about that. I also used to use this on my glass shower doors, but we've ripped them out because they were breaking and falling apart. We will eventually put some back in, but we just haven't done that yet. Now, I know not everybody loves story time when it's cleaning videos. Some people do like to do it to music. I like to have a good mix of the two. So for now, what I'm gonna do is pop out, put on a little bit of music to hopefully do something motivating, and then I will pop back in as necessary. This is about a 32 minute video is what it worked out to be, so I am gonna pop in a little more frequently than just playing songs the whole time.
You never spoke a single word of love, but I know this. I wanna give you my all night long, all night long. I don't know the softness of your kiss, but I imagine in every dream I dream all night long, all night long. All I wanna do is have some fun. I'm just waiting for you to take me out. All I wanna do is have some fun. I'm just waiting. All I wanna do is to have some fun. All I wanna do, want to take me out. All I wanna do is to have some fun. All I wanna do, want to take me out. You never spoke a single word of love, but I know this. I wanna give you my all night long, all night long. I don't know the softness of your kiss, but I imagine in every dream I dream all night long, all night long. All I wanna do is have some fun. I'm just waiting for you to take me out. All I wanna do is have some fun. I'm just waiting. All I wanna do is to have some fun. All I wanna do, want to take me out.
Make sure the filters, vents, whatever you want to call these things, are fully dry before you put them back in there, and then continuing on with the rest of the kitchen. Like I said before, I have dropped those down behind that thing before. I was not intending to fully clean under my stove that day, and I ended up adding more work to myself. That is a little vase from the Target Dollar Spot. I can't find carrots to fit in the front that go all the way down. I'm struggling, and that's my fishbowl cup from Target as well that I use every summer. I love it. This is my grandmother's bowl. If you guys have been wondering where it's at, it is up there, safe and sound, until I figure out what to do with it. Now, do you see Weasley's head to the bottom left corner? He kept freaking out as I was doing all of the spring cleaning. All of this is garbage, by the way, what you're seeing there. I don't even know. There was an old donut up there. I don't even remember the last time we bought donuts, to be completely honest. So no clue how long that was up there. And those balloons, I think, were from Gwen's birthday back in December, that deflated balloon that was up there. But there's Weasley again. He keeps climbing over here and like freaking out as I'm taking stuff off the counters and moving everything around. And then when I really started freaking him out was when I worked on this counter below me and I started taking the coffee pot away and all of that. He was panicking. That's like, see me here holding him? He would jump right back over and just keep coming back because he was so confused. I don't know if he thought we were moving or what was going through his poor little head. but he kept coming back over here no matter how much I moved him. And then Voodoo, you'll see her in a minute on the counter too, because she was also starting to get a little confused, but not as bad as him. Yeah, see me talking to him? I'm like pep talking the cat, trying to explain to him that everything's okay. I'm seriously considering getting rid of my big giant coffee pot because it has the single serve side, and then it also has where you can make an entire pot. Well, we haven't made an entire pot except for twice last year. We did Thanksgiving breakfast and Christmas breakfast. So I'm seriously debating getting a small white like single serve Keurig for over there in that spot and getting rid of that big black one. I will jump in for 1 second because almost everything is done. I do still have to do the lower part of these cabinets right here. But for the exterior part of my kitchen, that part's pretty good. This is the current state of my island. So don't think that this is just a clean, easy project. This is the reality of it. Somewhere is going to be your dumping ground. I've got a dumping ground there, and I still have a few things from the other counters on my dining room table. So, and all of my cleaning products are in 2 spots as well, still in the rotation. So unless you have a cart you're pushing around or something like that, this is what you're gonna be looking at. The reason I bring that up is I don't want you to get defeated because one half looks fantastic and you turn around and the other side looks like crap. It's not as bad as it seems. As soon as you start putting your crap back, like my coffee pot is huge. Once I put that back in its spot, this will start getting a little better, and then the cleaners that I'm gonna be using to work on the island will already be there ready for me to go. Speaking of the cart that I just mentioned, when I am doing the actual deep clean of the whole main living area, including the kids' rooms, I do like to take a laundry basket or one of those little baskets, anything I can carry from room to room with me that will have all my supplies in one place. I will show that when I do my next spring clean video because I'm doing the main living area, but it helps if you have one basket where all of your crap is, because of course then this doesn't happen, but in the kitchen, it's kind of pointless because you're just working in one spot. Much needed water break, hydrate, and then I gotta do those cabinets still, and then I think the next thing I'm gonna do is the oven, and I really don't want to. That is my most hated task in the whole spring clean, is the oven. And no, I don't have a logical reason why. Seriously, can't even think of a valid good reason why that's my least favorite. It just is.
You take my love for granted. Say a bunch of stuff you never mean, yeah. I think I need a minute to figure out my limits. You cross them more than once, yeah.
I normally put the oven racks in the bathroom sink to wash them, and seriously, I don't know why I didn't do that on this particular day, and I tried to do it in my kitchen sink. I got water everywhere, which is another reason why I'm glad I work the way that I do. I leave my island to the last thing. As you're seeing in the video, I'm going all the way around my kitchen, and then my island will be the last thing, and my sink prefer to leave that right before the floors because of how often you have to use it when you're cleaning and rinsing things and all of that. So my sink and my floors are the last 2 things that I like to do. When it comes to the oven, I told you I don't like this project. I do not look forward to it at all. However, I was so proud of myself for how well I got this done. I attribute it a lot to the razor blade that's in my hand currently right now on the video. That thing helped me get so much of the burnt mess off of this door and on the bottom of my stove. I am still waiting on my oven liner to show up from Amazon, so that way all of my work doesn't get destroyed. But I still sitting here, I am so proud that I got that thing looking as good as I did. Just wait till you see the results of this thing. It is stunning. Did it take me about 35-40 minutes to get this thing going? Yes, it did. You can see that bowl on the right side over there where I'm dipping. Just watch the gross color of that as it changes as I'm doing this. It gets disgusting. It was so warm and hot sitting down here. I went and got the fan out of our bedroom and plugged it in, so if at any point you see my hair going crazy, it's because I have a fan on full blast right behind my camera stand. to keep me cool and comfortable while I was doing all this work. It was so worth it though. Like, even just looking at it, it was probably the most satisfying project that I did in the entire kitchen, going start to finish. Yeah, and I broke my razor blade and had to replace the razor blade. You'll see that too. But just seriously, the most satisfying feeling in the world from doing this one round of spring cleaning was that oven.
I love for granted. We keep on talking from body to body, yeah. Getting closer to just being nothing else. I'm a sucker for your love. Even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch. That your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Not sure what I expected. To think you wouldn't be so reckless. I keep on pretending I know we better end it. I said it more than once, yeah. You take my love for granted. We keep on talking from body to body, yeah. Getting closer to just being nothing else. I'm a sucker for your love. Even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch. That your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe.
As soon as the dishwasher finished its cycle, I was ready because I wanted to use that initial steam boost as a friend here. I'm cleaning all around those edges using only the steam that the machine created itself, cleaning down the door even though it didn't need it. But that crack right there where you see me scrubbing right now, don't skip on that every time you clean this. It will be so disgusting and pile up and gunk up. I actually went over it like 3 or 4 times before all the gunk was out of it. Then took my filter out, cleaned it, rinsed it. I don't know how your filter comes out. My other one was different than this one, and I had to be very careful because if I didn't put it back right, then the bottom blade where the water comes out of wouldn't sit right and the whole thing wouldn't work. So just be careful, but definitely make sure to clean the filter because I do mine a lot more frequently than this, and you saw how gross it was. I probably clean my dishwasher filter every, I would say 2 months would be a good estimate. Sometimes I'm on the monthly with it, but again, if I'm not, it's every other month, and it still looks as bad as it did that you just saw. So just keep that in mind. If you're only doing this spring and fall, your filter's probably gonna be really gross. But one thing I've definitely learned is if we're not taking care of our machines that are supposed to clean our stuff, they're not going to clean it properly, like our washer, our dryer, dishwasher, you name it. If we're not taking care of those items and cleaning them regularly, they're not gonna clean our crap the way that they're supposed to. So I do make sure to take care of mine and highly recommend that you take care of yours. Now, when I'm putting everything back on the counter, these are just antibacterial wipes I'm using on anything that's going back on my counters. I'm only showing you some of it, but I will be wiping down every single item.
It's not that innocent. We know what we did. I'm a sucker for your love. Even though it's kind of toxic, babe. You know I feel it when we touch. That your love is from a different place. It's toxic, babe. Oh, it's toxic, babe. It's toxic, babe.
For anyone that follows me on Instagram, you saw I broke one of those knives that actually goes in there. I don't know how it happened. I was cutting some food. It slid off the counter. It wasn't even forcefully thrown or dropped or anything. It just fell from my counter to the floor, cracked completely in half. I have tried to do the warranty claim, and we have done a warranty claim before on this set, but they did deny the warranty claim. So I do have new knives on the way. They are a Ninja set, so I'm kind of excited about that, but I've never used that. We do use almost every single other product by Ninja, so I'm sure I'll love it, but we do have new knives coming, and that block is going out very, very soon. I finally found all the things that were missing for my house, like the plants and stuff right there. I finally found those again. The Friends bucket right there, I found that. I was so excited when I got in the garage, and it was in a Halloween bin that wasn't Halloween. It was all my house stuff, like the wreath I'm putting up right there. Don't know why I stuck it in a Halloween bin, but I did. For all of my lovely faithful viewers, I appreciate you guys being here and watching so far to this point. There is still more to come, but I appreciate you more than you know. And if you are new and this is the first time you're seeing my channel, I really hope you've enjoyed what you've seen so far. My name is Rachel. I'm a mother of 5 out of Florida. My kids range everywhere from 18 years old, freshly graduated out of high school, to my daughter that is 6 and she is in kindergarten. I love to share lots of tips, tricks, anything that make motherhood easier. Cleaning, I love to give good recipes. If any of that sounds good, I really hope you guys decide to stick around and subscribe. I do have more spring cleaning videos. I will also be sharing ways to make that faster, easier, the whole 9 yards. So if that sounds good, I really hope you consider sticking around.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smokers in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
The cabinets on this side were just more gross, and I did them with the antibacterial wipes because I figured I'm not getting the antibacterial properties from spraying the other ones because I'm wiping it right off. So I don't know what was going through my head. I switched products halfway through, and either way, they were still a pain in the butt because they're not that abrasive for me to be scrubbing as well as I did with the microfiber cloth. So I don't know what was going through my head there. But scrubbing the sink, if I didn't want to do this with the Dawn and everything that I sprayed in the sink, I can also do this with the Power Paste. I've done that. It makes the sink beautiful. I had a little bit of rust marks in there. The Power Paste took that off. If you have a lot of rust, scrubbing some baking soda, like a baking soda paste with just water into the rust mark will also take that off very, very easily. That is how I keep my stainless steel looking like this and not having a bunch of rust marks in it. It's baking soda. That's my trick for that. I've tried so many garbage disposal cleaners. If it is sold as a garbage disposal cleaner, I've probably tried it, and none of them give me the foaming effect that it's supposed to. And some even say that it will foam up into the other sink. I have yet to have that happen. I don't know what kind of pipes or something I've got under there, but I have never once had one where I can visibly see it working, except for one time, one round I did. Now this floppy little broom thing, I love it. It was a Temu find years ago. It is so great. And this little piece that I'm about to show you, that is from a mug that broke that made me so sad. If you remember that, then you've been here for a while, but that mug made me really sad. And Voodoo was obsessed with everything that I was pulling out from under here. She thought that was great. For cleaning the floors, I'm not going to do the mop and bucket. I'm going to break out the Crosswave this time. I'm still going to put pine salt in it for disinfecting and all of that, but I can use it and move exactly at the speed that I want to and let the brush head do everything for me. I can go back and forth on one spot 6 or 7 times if I want to and just let that clean the floor more thoroughly. My grout is horrible and does need to be done as well, but one day during maybe March, I don't know yet, I will pull out the steam cleaner and go at the grout. But otherwise, the Crosswave was absolutely fantastic. And like I said, I would just go over, if there was one spot bugging me, I went over it 2 or 3 times, and then I would go slower on some spots. I just liked this better and had a little more control than the mop and bucket because that requires a lot of elbow grease for the scrubbing. This does not.
When I go, I am all about adventure times. Another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smell, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the who goes doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention, so you would say yes. I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
The deep cleaning of the kitchen is done. I did not do the decluttering or the organization because I wanted to show just how long it took to do top to bottom, and I only took about a 20-minute break in there to eat and keep getting water as I was going. So whatever time I started, I don't remember. It is now 3:07 p.m. and we are complete. Keep in mind, I do have to move the equipment and set it all back up for the camera, so you can take a little bit of time off for that too. I will get around to the declutter and the organization part. I'll probably just make little shorts on those to make it easier because I do want to jump into the main house as my next video for spring cleaning. That way I can keep strong motivation coming instead of just little bits of organization. I am sweaty, my hair is gross, but your skin will feel like crap after you use all those cleaners, whether you have gloves on or not. So just remember to moisturize your skin too. It's going to appreciate it after what we just did. This is a lot of work. If you can't do it all in one day like I did, don't worry about it. Do what you can do and be done. I'm just here to help you out, show you how to do something if you don't know how to do it, or motivate you to get your butt up and do what I'm doing. It's just there to be a friend. It is not there to be someone that's gonna be like, no, 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 you must do. That's not me. But I'm proud of myself. This is all done. I will do the organization probably tomorrow because I've got about 20 minutes to relax in the peace and quiet before my kids get home from school and probably destroy what I did, although I'm probably ordering pizza or something like that for dinner because I don't want to cook and mess it up. Hey, I'm human. I'm gonna give myself grace too. But thank you guys so much for watching. If there's other things you want help knowing how to clean or anything, just put them in the description box down below. I will add them to my master list. As always, I appreciate you guys being here more than I can ever explain to you guys. Thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, all that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.